In today's Take of the Day, I want to talk about Ivica Zubac for the LA Clippers and what we should expect from him going into next season. Before we get into that, though, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell so you get the newest and the bonus content first. We put out content every day so you won't miss any here. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Zubac has been a big man for the Clippers for the last couple seasons in regards to him being the focal point. Serge Ibaka has been out, and DeMarcus Cousins was an additional add-on to the Clippers. And Zubac has been kind of like the staple for the Clippers' big man the last couple seasons, as I said. But a lot of people criticize him. Some praise him. Now, me, I'm kind of in between with Zubac. I look at him as a skilled big man. I look at him as a big man who can show more versatility in his game, who has a lot of room to grow, but he does have a lot of upside as well. And I know a lot of fans that I've spoken to in regards to the Clippers have said they're not impressed with Zubac. But when I see Zubac play, in certain instances, I see Zubac play with a good basketball IQ. Not a great one, but a good one. And like I said, he's still developing. I remember when he was on I think he was on the Lakers, he was developing as well. But I mean, to me, he's still trying to find his way and get into his own, basically. And I think he can, I think he will. And I think Ty Lue is the perfect coach that can help him do that. Last year, he was averaging 9.7 rebounds. Of course, with Serge Ibaka coming back, I expect him to be maybe somewhere around that again. But like I said, it might be a situation where he plays just as many minutes or more minutes than Serge Ibaka because Serge is coming off a back injury, and those injuries are nothing to play with. You have to be 100% healthy, and you have to, feel good enough to go out there and play at a high level. If your back is twitching or giving you any type of irritations, you're not going to be the same player. And we hope that Ibaka comes back the same player that he was, but it would be unheard of if he didn't. So what I expect out of Zubac this year, I expect him to learn and mimic more from Serge Ibaka. So the minutes that Serge Ibaka is out there, I expect Zubac to go under his wing and really watch Ibaka play the game with a high basketball IQ that he has, so he can filtrate some of that and put that and instill that into Zubac, because Zubac has the potential. I'm not sure if Zubac will ever be able to step out and hit a 17, 18 footer consistently great, but the one thing Zubac can do for the Clippers is rebound better, offensive rebound better, and get better position in the paint to be more of a threat to score. Maybe even getting putbacks, dunks here and there, because you notice a lot of times when Kawhi Leonard's in the game, that's one of Kawhi Leonard's favorite targets. He gets at least 2 to 3 assists a game off of Zubac. So when Kawhi comes back, that's 2 to 3 assists Kawhi Leonard's going to get just off Zubac, setting screens, rolling straight to the paint, and doing what he's supposed to do. Now, I do want Zubac to pick up with his free throws a little bit more if he can. I understand he's a big man, so whatever you can get from a big man is a plus. But I expect his free throws to get a little bit better. I expect him to work on his game a little bit more, especially knowing that their main guy, the superstar, is not going to be there in Kawhi Leonard, and they're going to have to try to make adjustments in every other position just because when you're missing your main superstar, everybody else has to step it up. So me personally, Zubac scored 9 points and 7 rebounds a game last year. I still think he's going to get significant minutes. I still think Ty Lue is going to find a way to put him in there because I think Ty Lue really likes Zubac, and I think he really likes what Zubac can bring to this team if he becomes a little bit more consistent and a little bit more edgy. And what I mean by edgy is just show a little bit more toughness, a little bit more grit. And I think that's what Serge Ibaka is going to help him and implement to Zubac so he can become more like that, because Serge is definitely on his way out of the NBA. He's getting closer to the end of his career than he is in the beginning. So why not take Zubac under your wing and show him how to be better in the paint, footwork wise, and understanding how to position yourself to get more rebounds, because 9 rebounds for a guy Zubac's size and his age is good, but it's not really good enough. At his age, as young as he is, and how he plays, he can at least average 12 to 15 rebounds a game, at least that. And it's easier for him to do it once he positions himself better and puts himself in position more to do those things. And he'll get there. I really do. I like Zubac. I really, a lot of people say trade Zubac and get rid of him, but I think the Clippers should definitely try to keep him, because if Serge Ibaka doesn't live up to what they expect him to be because of injuries, Zubac is the only one you have that can sit there and accommodate for what possibly some of the things that Serge Ibaka can do. Now, of course, he's not Serge Ibaka, but even still, I do expect more from him. I expect him to work on his game a little bit more this summer, and I expect a little bit more out of him than what we got last year. So he averaged 9 and 7 last year. I'm going to say he needs to average 12 and 10, 12 and 11. Yeah, well, let's go with that. 12 and 11 this year, at least. And I know that's not much more than what he averaged last year, but the only reason why I'm saying 12 and 11, because he's going to have to, subdue some of his minutes because Serge Ibaka's coming back. So, it's going to have to be a little bit less, but he's going to get a little bit less minutes, but he's going to have to be more productive because they're missing a vital piece to their offense. And that's just the way it is. If they want to stay afloat as a playoff team, with the production that you get as a player for the Clippers, you have to make the best of it. So if he only gets 25 minutes a game, it doesn't matter. He has to average 12 points and at least 11 rebounds. He has to be a double-double machine. He has to be. Even if it's 10 and 10 a game. If he averaged 10 points and 10 rebounds a game, maybe with 2 blocks, it's still an improvement. It's not much. It's only a point difference. I get that. But like I said, he is developing. And you know what I'm saying? The Clippers, they have to take time with him. That's just the way it is. And hopefully he'll turn into the player they need him to be. And hopefully Serge Ibaka can help get him there, because eventually he's going to get more minutes than Serge, and he's going to have to average 15 and 14 a game. That's eventually what it's going to come to. But we're going to wait until that happens and see how it goes for Zubac. But that's what I expect out of him. I expect at least 12 and 11. I would like for him to average 15 and 12, but we'll see how that goes. That might be pushing it a little bit too much for Zubac, but we'll see. But I definitely expect bigger things out of him. I definitely expect his game to elevate, and I definitely expect him to be a big part of what the Clippers are trying to accomplish this season, or this upcoming season. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think, as always. And hey, Khaliis out.